Shit. I mean, I wasn't expecting this for real. I just woke up. I told myself I need to come forth with something new. I need to step into the version of myself that I want to make manifest into this world. And so I need to step outside of my bubble. So for those of you who don't know me, um, like public speaking is actually one of my fears. Like I actually don't like the feeling of being recorded. I don't know, it's like some type of pressure or anxiety, and I need to work through that. Like in order to be the version of me that I want to be, I need to get rid of that fear. So this is my way of doing that. So for those of you who do know me as Tafari Keanu, you know, I'm so grateful that my words resonated with you. I know that you're here for a reason, and I'm here for a reason as well. And I just want to channel as much authenticity as I can, which is why I said, fuck it, I gotta record. I gotta be me. So, yeah, you know, being on this path, like the spiritual path, I feel like we put too much emphasis on what it means to be spiritual rather than to fully immerse ourselves in our daily lives as human beings, you know? Because I feel like for me, I've really built an ego around this whole idea that, oh, I'm spiritual, therefore, you know, being raised Christian, it makes you realize just how much people choose willful ignorance over the truth. It's like I've come to the conclusion that religion is for the dead mentally. It's for the unconscious. And spirituality isn't just a choice, it's what you are. At the core of your being, you've always been a spiritual being. But the labels and, you know, the spiritual community, all of it, like I found I had to really separate myself from all that. I had to really look back at my old videos and my old content on TikTok. And man, I sat here like, what the fuck am I talking about for real? You know, a lot of the times for me, like, I just look back like, damn. I look back like, damn, like not in a judgeful way, but like, man, that's my old self, you know? And, you know, I'm grateful for that. I had to go through these things and I had to find my own understanding. But ultimately, it comes down to this, like, I've got a vision for myself in the future, you know, which doesn't exist. I'm in the present moment, but I know 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I'll be looking back at myself and I'll see the growth. And I feel like this is why I'm making this video specifically. It's for a future version of myself. I want to look back and I'll probably be like, damn, what the fuck is he talking about? Because then again, you know, you got to change, you got to transform. I feel like that's one of the main themes in my life. I've had to go through a lot of rebirth and ego deaths again and again and again. And right now, I can confidently say, I don't know what I'm doing. This isn't scripted. This is just me flowing. And I'm trying to be as authentic as I can. And it's so important to find your inner truth. It's so important to go back within yourself. That's the main purpose in anyone's life, is to find your individuality and to focus less on the collective aspect. And, you know, my birthday's coming up in a few days. I'll be 19 soon. And, you know, like, I'm by myself, you know. I don't like celebrating my birthday. Matter of fact, I hate celebrating my birthday. But I feel like that changes now. I feel like I'm stepping into a much more refined version of myself. I feel like I can stop really associating myself with labels or limiting perspectives or projections, because I've had to deal with that my whole life. And I know I'm not the only one. If you resonate with this, you know, like, I want those like inner emotions to come out because I've had to suppress them for so long, and I didn't have healthy outlets to release all this inner frustration, you know. Because why am I being so mad at myself? Why am I being so hard on myself for? Obviously, I've got all these big plans, these big ideas. I've got a vision, you know. I know I'm gonna make it by all means necessary. I'm gonna be who I want to be. I'm gonna be the version of myself that I want to rise up to every day and say, like, this is me, you know. And I know my past self, like, I think about my inner child. I think about my inner, like, even early teenagehood. After you heal your inner child, you're not really done healing. You gotta go, like, through your teenage years. And, like, I know when I'll be in my 20s, I'll have to look back at them, like, when I was, you know, 13, 14, 15. All those life experiences that built me, they, like, had to destroy me first. I had to realize that I am nothing. And once you realize that you are nothing, like, you're literally not, like, see it this way. We are human beings in this experience, in this human experience. And each individual, we have our own thoughts, we have our own beliefs. We have beliefs that have been set up for us by our parents. And most of us, especially like if you've been raised in a Christian household, like highly religious household, it's that way or the highway. You know, it's either good or bad, left or right, up and down. It's a lot of duality you need to deal with. And if you're not giving that black or white approach in your life, you're seen as a dangerous individual because you're here to disturb the balance that they've set in their own imbalance because they don't know what they're talking about, but they think they do. You know, I don't know if it's human nature, but people strive to be good, I guess. I guess people want to be a better version of themselves. At least I hope so. But it's not just hope. Like, people generally want to be good, right? And so once you tell those people, right, like once you tell your parents that this wasn't good, you say, like, let's sit down, let's look back at my childhood. This and that wasn't good. I didn't like how this and that worked out. They don't want to see it your way because they don't have to see it your way. But does that excuse the fact that you have your own individuality? I like to regard all altars with respect. So whether you believe in a God outside of you or you know that God is within you, I try not to judge you, and I try to just stay indifferent when we engage in conversation, because there's a compromise at the end of the day. It's that you can't change my beliefs. You need to build your individuality. And I'll be turning 19, and I'm realizing that this identity that I've been supporting for most of my childhood is just based on lies. It was illusions. And it was delusion. It was a lot of delusion. You know, I'm sure the people that know me don't know the stuff I go through because I'm a private person. Like, if you don't know me, you don't know me for real. And it sounds corny as fuck when I say it like that, but it's just the truth. When you walk a certain spiritual path, the price for that is isolation. Like, I'm talking to myself right now. I'm talking with myself right now because that's the only way that I can fully channel what's inside of myself. That's the only way I feel safe, honestly. And that comes from years and years of programming. But now that I'm doing the undoing, the deprogramming, I can say that this is a safe space for me to allow the truth to come out, the inner truth. And the inner truth is this. I don't know, man. I don't think we're supposed to know. The one thing that we can all agree on as a collective is that we didn't necessarily ask to be born. Some spiritualists will tell you that, oh, you signed a soul contract to be here. I'm not trying to get into that. I'm saying straight up, we didn't ask to be here. Your parents made the decision to have you. And you, like, man, I was chilling in heaven and y'all, like, snatched me down here. Like, this, This is the spiritual trenches, bruh. This realm is the spiritual trenches. I did not ask to be here. Let's make that clear, okay? You know, we could go on for days about how, oh, you know, your higher self wanted this human experience. I'm trying to set that aside. I'm trying to make this as direct and clear as possible for all the parents out there. Your child did not ask you to come down and to live out the circumstances that you have set up for them, regardless of if you grew up poor or rich or, you know, classes, race, religion. None of that really matters. As long as you understand that you owe your child everything and your child owes you nothing. We didn't ask for this. And you shouldn't resent your parents for what they put you through. It's something I had to realize also. You shouldn't resent them because they're humans too. They didn't ask to be born. Also, they were in your shoes. All this to say, trust your inner self, trust your inner guidance. A butterfly can't take lessons from a caterpillar, you know, because you have to go through that metamorphosis. And once you put the magic glasses on, you can't take them off. Like that, like spiritual awakening is a double-edged sword. And it really depends on how you wield it, because it's your sword. So, are you going to stab yourself in the eye? Or will you slay your demons? Take them head on, face that shit, go through the pain, go through the work, and come out victorious. It's your world, it's your decision, it's your path. No one can tell you left from right. Use your discernment. Yeah.